Hello, and welcome to the Kathleen Spracklin podcast. I am a woman on a mission to gather a cadre of writers, thinkers, and teachers who are transforming the world, one character at a time. But right now, I seem to be mostly teaching Zettelkasten, and today is no exception. Today, I'm answering a specific question that came up some time ago and keeps coming up again. So I thought I would address it one more time. And the question is, what do you do in your Zettelkasten when you've got a lot of little facts or a lot of little pieces to an argument and the details are important? We all know that a Zettelkasten is mostly about ideas and the interaction of ideas, but sometimes details matter too. And then what are you going to do in your Zettelkasten? Are you going to make card for every little detail? What are you going to do about it? So I thought I would show you an example, and there was something funny happened. I had in mind to show you one specific way of doing it. And when I went to file the card that became the parent of this card demonstrated another example of how to handle it. So, wow, how much fun was that? So now we get two different ways of handling the situation on a main card when details matter. So without any more suspense, come on over to the down-facing camera and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, this first card is one that I constructed specifically to be an example. So I drew from an email newsletter that Shelley Meadows produces. She currently has an MBA. She's working on her PhD, and she's quite the expert in the field of AI, especially in terms of how do you interact with it and use it and make it a productive part of your business life. Well, the question came up and a perfect example came up at the same time. So I just utilized her newsletter to construct an example following the method of what to do when details matter. So topic or the idea involved is that using free or low-cost AI tools, a business can test to see whether or not AI is going to actually save them anything. Is it going to accomplish what they're hoping to do? Which AI would be best for them? And they can do this different testing with different systems before they make a big investment for some kind of a corporate-wide AI and then come to find out that they don't really get that many advantages out of it. That's the point of Shelley's article. Well, my response to that is specifically related to the question. When facts matter, here's how to include them on a main card. So that's my response. And here's my reference, R. Shelley Meadows, Nexus News. And I've got the date of the Nexus News. And then just in case I don't remember what NN is and I don't want to go running off to my bib box, I've got right here, Nexus Notes AI newsletter. Now, how do I handle this? Well, after having something from the author and my reaction, I include the tagline. That's always a part of it. Try out AI without huge cost commitment. And then here's the magic ingredient, the star. Now, this is a case where details matter. Oh, that's nice. There are free and low-cost AI tools out there. Uh-huh. Which ones? You gonna make me go look? No, Shelley isn't going to make you go look. Her newsletter post provides a whole list of them and what each one is specifically useful for. So you see, that's one very common mechanism that I use if the detail points in an argument or the facts that back up an argument or a list of things that are important do matter to me enough that I don't want to just leave them on a bib card, then I can actually list them on the back of the main card. I alert myself that there's something on the back with this little symbol, which always means there's something on the back side. And now, what if this were some kind of a list that it was important for me to memorize? If that was the case, then I could simply use some kind of a card like this. Now if I wanted to memorize the whole list, I could just drop down like this, memorizing them one at a time. Or if it was more important for me to go from what what its name was to recognize what it does. That can be accomplished as well. So this kind of a system is useful not just for listing everything that are the details, but it can also be used for drilling the details. And because there's a fairly limited number of things that can fit on the back side of one card, it's not an overwhelming list of things to study in one group. Now, here's some more fun. When this card went to choose its parent, this is the card that won. Communication in written form has many advantages. That's my tagline. And here is written communication is important because of all of these different reasons. And that's another very valid way that you can handle the details, is just list them on the front of the card as bullet points. Here again, you've got some facts to back up why it's important, some actual uses and values in having written communication. So that gives you two different ways of handling details when they're important. But always, always, the part that's going to interact is the idea, not the details. So I hope this shows you how you can have a main card that is still idea-based, always idea-based, because in the Zettelkasten, it's going to interact based on ideas. You notice here, ChatGPT does not interact with the other card. The things that interact are the concept of communication, the shared idea of communication. That's what interacts, not the details. But each set of details in its own way is kept handy for your reference. So I hope this helps, and let me know in the comments if you still have questions about how to handle details in your Zettelkasten. Bye-bye.